Guys, I gotta show y'all something. Everybody getting sick and everything, so I just had my truck detailed. Dee, like just a few days ago. And I don't know if you can see this, but I'm fixing to show you something. Alright, here's Dee, guys. I just had her detailed. Can y'all see this white shit on my truck? It's like sap. It's like white particles. Look at the hood. Look at all this. It smears. It's not dust. See how it just like sticks? It's like glue. I don't know what it is. It's brown. Look at that. This truck's been sitting here. This stuff just smears like sap. And there is no tree around. None. Zero. I don't know what it is. You can see it in the chrome too. Look at that. It had smears. Truck just got detailed. That's what we're breathing, guys. That's right after the fog. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know, guys, but every time we have a dense fog, that's what's on my truck. You can't deny that. So there's something in that fog. It feels like, I don't know. I won't be a conspiracy theorist, but y'all tell me. See.
Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, as well as much respect and honors to the brothers that are pushing this truth in sincerity across the four winds of this earth and risking their lives and freedom to do so. I would also like to give much honors and respect to the brothers and sisters that are of the hopeful elect that are doing their very best to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High to the best of their abilities. Shalom. When you see videos like this one that I just shared with you, this right here just confirms that we need to get the heck up out of Babylon the Great. It confirms that we need deliverance. And it also confirms that the earth is in desperate need of new management. Because here it is, we have devils that are currently ruling over us. And that devil is Esau Edom. And what these devils are doing is they're defiling everything. Okay, they're defiling everything from the air that we have to consume. Here it is. I know out here in the DMV area where I live at, these devils, they've been spraying us every day with their chemtrails. And how, this man right here, he was saying that he's finding like particles or he's finding like sap on his vehicle after he had just detailed his vehicle. Here it is. I have a vehicle that stays outside and there's like little particles on my vehicle. And this is coming from these devils, spraying us constantly, with their chemtrails. And with these devils, spraying their chemtrails and everything like that in the air, they're manipulating the weather. They're intentionally trying to manipulate the weather. They're also, they're trying to keep people in a sick and weakened state because here it is, these harmful chemicals that they're spraying in the air and metals that they're spraying in the air. We're having to inhale those things. And those are causing harm, causing health issues and whatnot amongst a bunch of people and whatnot. Here it is out there, I want to say in California, they've been complaining about, some type of fog and whatnot that's been, causing people to become ill and whatnot. And it's these devils, okay? They're defiling everything. Here it is, Esau, he defiles the food, okay, that we have to consume. Okay, this devil, he puts all types of harmful chemicals into our food supply. This devil, he's feeding us fake food, GMOs and whatnot. Basically trying to keep the people in a sick and weakened state. And this is what these devils want. They want the people to be in a sickened and weakened state because if the people are not in a sickened and weakened state, Big Pharma's not making any money. Also, too, these devils, they want to depopulate, so they want to keep the people's lives short, Esau is a base man, and he's unfit to rule. He's ruling in wickedness. But with that being said, these devils, they don't have much longer in the power seat, The kingdom is literally falling right before our eyes, and it's going to fall very soon, Lord willing. And those of us that are of the hopeful elect, we're looking forward to the downfall of this wicked kingdom of Esau's. Okay, because this devil, he's ruling in wickedness. And this devil, he's literally trying to unalive us, But again, Esau does not have much longer in the power seat. His kingdom is literally falling right before our eyes. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is bringing this devil down. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring this devil down and strip this devil of his rulership. Okay, so Esau doesn't have much longer in the power seat. So with that being said, now is the time to get right with the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Israel. And when I say Israel, I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and those that are of the speckled bird that look like these other nations, but you go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on your father's side. Now is the time to get right with the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to have a hedge of protection over his elect. The Lord is going to protect his elect, and the Lord is going to deliver his elect before he ultimately destroys his wicked kingdom of Esau's. And Lord willing, we of that elect number. But, I saw this short video, and I just thought that I would bring out a quick lesson, because a lot of people who live in California, they've been complaining about the fog, and they've been complaining about, getting ill and whatnot due to this fog. Okay, and they have also, have been saying that there's been some type of sap, just like how this man in the video was saying that there's sap on his vehicle, or there's some type of, chemical or particle on his vehicle. But, here it is out here in the DMV area where I live at. There's been, particles on my vehicle as well. And again, this is just coming from these devils, spraying the skies with their chemtrails and whatnot, trying to manipulate the weather, trying to keep the people in a sickened and weak state. Again, this devil Esau, he rules in wickedness, and he's unfit to rule. Everything this devil touches, he destroys. Okay, this is what Esau brings. He brings nothing but confusion, disease, death, and destruction. And again, the earth is in desperate need of new management. But, these devils, as I was saying, they don't have much longer in the power seat. Their kingdom is getting ready to fall very soon, Lord willing. And so what I'm going to go ahead on and do is I'm going to bring out a couple of scriptures, and then we will end the lesson. Okay, the first scripture I want to go to was in the book of Isaiah, and this is chapter 24, this is verse 4. And it reads, the earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. And see, the world is currently in a weakened state because you got these devils that are currently in the power seat. Esau, Edom, starting with these elite bankers. They're currently in rulership, And see, here it is, this devil, what he's doing everything against the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, this devil, he's defiling everything from the food to the air to the water. And as a result, people are in a sick and weakened state because of these devils. Here it is, you have the wildlife, the sea life, the plant life is in a weakened and mourning state because of these devils. Esau has the entire earth in a weakened and mourning state because Esau is ruling in wickedness. Esau is a base man, and he's unfit to rule. And the entire earth is in a weakened and mourning state because of these devils, being currently in the power seat. Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And see, the everlasting covenant is this word. And again, Esau does everything against the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. This devil, what he'll do is he'll come up with his own laws. Okay, and prime example of that would be this devil Esau. He says that it's okay for men to be with men. He says that it's okay for women to be with women. And here it is, what these devils are trying to do is they're trying to push this wicked and disgusting lifestyle on our children. Okay. And see, all this, this Mo agenda, all it does is just bring nothing but confusion, disease, death, and destruction, because it goes against the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. And it's a filthy, disgusting lifestyle. And again, that leads to nothing but confusion, disease, death, and destruction. And, the whole earth is defiled under these devils because they're ruling in wickedness. Again, Esau is a base man, and he's unfit to rule. Everything these devils touch, they destroy. Okay, this is the book of Psalm, and this is chapter 140, and I want to start in verse 7. And it reads, O power, the Lord, the strength of my salvation, thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Okay, and see, here it is, we're at war with the powers that be. These devils, they have an agenda, and part of that agenda is they want to keep people in a sick and weakened state. This is why these devils, this is why they're defiling everything from the food to the air to the water. Okay, because they want to keep the people in a sick and weakened state. Also, too, these devils, they want to depopulate. They want to decrease the population. They want to do away with a bunch of people. And they mainly want to do away with the nation of Israel, mainly the elect of Israel, because they know that the nation of Israel, starting with the elect of Israel, is up next for rulership. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, as pursuant to 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. And again, these devils, they want to do everything they can to extend their rulership. But no matter how hard they try to extend their rulership, they only have a set amount of time to rule, and we're at the end of these devils' rulership. And also, too, the Lord is going to protect his elect. Okay, the Lord is going to have a hedge of protection over his elect. And Lord willing, we are that elect number. But this is why we stress repentance, Israel, so that you can be of the elect, so that you can have that hedge of protection over you, and so that you can be delivered before this place is ultimately destroyed. Psalm chapter 140, and this is verse 8. And it reads, grant not, O Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. Salah. Okay, and see, these devils, they have a God complex. Esau, he wants to be the Most High. Esau, he wants to be able to control the weather. Okay, this devil, he wants to be able to determine who can and who can't live. And again, this is why these devils, they're defiling everything from the food, to the air, to the water. Okay. And again, these devils, they have they're trying to bring in their NWO, and they want to decrease the population. And this is why they came out with that C-scandemic that they came out with a few years back. And they came out with that Beetlejuice that they came out with for that C-scandemic. Because these devils, they want to decrease the population. And we're seeing the outcome of what's happened to a lot of people, okay, who trusted in these devils, with that jump shot. Here it is. I mean, a lot of people, they're falling ill. Okay, a lot of people are just dropping left and right. Here it is. It seems like almost every week or every other week or so, I'm hearing about somebody that I know, okay, they're either falling ill or they're getting some type of cancer, or they just dropping, all of a sudden, out of the blue. They just, dropping unalive all of a sudden out of the blue. Okay. And also, too, these devils, they want to, make everyone a permanent slave to their NWO. And very soon what these devils are going to try to do is they're going to try to come down and try to force everyone to get that MO to the T to the B, which that MO to the T to the B is already here. It just hadn't been mandated as of yet, but you best believe very soon it's going to be mandated. Okay? And these devils, they're going to try to force everyone to get that. And, with that being said, Esau, he's going to get the 2/3 by people. But, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Abashah is going to have a hedge of protection over his elect. And again, Lord willing, we are that elect number. Psalm chapter 140, and this is verse 9. And it reads, as for the head of those that can pass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Okay, and see, here it is, these devils, they're becoming sloppy, and they're pretty much telling off on themselves. They're pretty much exposing their own agenda. Their skirt is being lifted. And see, people are waking up, and people are seeing, what these devils are trying to do. Okay, people are waking up to the fact that Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, starting with these elite bankers, it's the cancer of the earth. People are waking up to the fact that, Esau is the reason why there's so much pestilences and illnesses, that are on the rise. Okay, people are waking up to the fact that Esau is the reason why, the earth is in a weak in the morning state. Okay. And seeing with that being said, these devils, they're going to have to pay for all of the crimes, that they have committed. Esau's time is very short. His kingdom is falling right before our eyes, and it's going to fall very soon, Lord willing. These devils don't have much longer in the power seat. Okay, this is Habakkuk, and this is chapter 2, and I want to start in verse 2. And it reads, and the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Abashah, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay, and see, that vision is talking about the vision that the prophets were receiving, back then, that was set for an appointed time, and now it's that appointed time. And the end is talking about the end of Esau Edom's rulership, because the visions were of Esau Edom coming into power and being taken out of power. But while in the midst of Esau being in power, he will be doing a bunch of wicked things, okay, such as defiling everything from the food that we have to consume. He will be defiling the water, okay, he will be defiling the air, okay, with his chemtrails. This devil, he will be pushing out all types of wicked philosophies and whatnot that are contrary to the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. This devil would be oppressing the people, mainly the children of Israel. Again, who are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and those that are of the speckled bird that look like these other nations, but you go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on your father's side. Okay, this devil, he will be, trying to unalive, a bunch of people, trying to decrease the population. He will be coming up. He will be in the lab coming up with different types of, trying to create different type of pestilences and diseases, and trying to put them out here to try to cause people to become ill and perish. This devil, he will be trying to keep our keep us ill, and try to keep our lives short. Let's read verse 3 again. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And see, these prophecies are popping off the pages, and they're happening in real time as we speak. Jacob's trouble is here. Okay, World War III is building up. That MO to the T to the B is here. And very soon these devils, they're going to come down with great wrath, and they're going to try to force the people to get it. And if you get that, Israel, the Most High Yahweh Shem Abishai is going to destroy you, because the Most High Yahweh Shem Abishai told us to stay clear of that MO to the T to the B. Here it is, the economy is collapsing over here. This devil's kingdom is literally falling right before our eyes, and it's going to fall very soon, Lord willing. Verse 4, it says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." And see, Esau, he's the wicked. Okay, he's a base man. He rules in wickedness. His soul is not upright in him. That's why this is why this devil, he brings nothing but confusion, disease, death, and destruction wherever he goes. This devil, he intentionally defiles everything. Again, he's a base man. He's unfit to rule. It says, "Behold," verse 4 again, it says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." Okay, and see, the just is talking about the hopeful elect, because we live by faith. We have faith that the Lord is going to continue to provide that hedge of protection over us. We have faith that the Lord is going to destroy this wicked kingdom of Esau's, and we have faith that the Lord is going to deliver us from the hands of our enemies. And those with the eyesight can literally see this place is on its way out. Babylon the Great is a sinking ship. This place is on life support. That plug is soon about to be pulled. Okay, I want to end off here in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 10, and I want to start in verse 3. And it reads, "An unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited." Okay, and see, Esau is that unwise king. Okay, and this devil, is destroying the people by defiling everything from the food that we have to consume. This devil, he's putting all types of harmful chemicals, and he's feeding us fake food and whatnot. Okay, he's putting all types of things in the food that doesn't belong in there, that's causing the people to become ill and whatnot. Okay, this devil, he's trying to keep the people's lives short. This devil, he's spraying the air with his chemtrails, which is causing the people to become ill and whatnot and perish. Okay, this devil, he's defiling the water by putting all types of trash and forever chemicals into the water. This devil, he's also deleting off a bunch of people through big pharma. Here it is, this devil, what he'll do is he'll treat you for one illness, and he will intentionally, create another illness to try to keep you in and out of the healthcare system to feed big pharma's pockets. Esau has a great and terrible judgment coming to him very soon. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 3 again, it says, "An unwise king destroyeth his people." It says, "But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited." Okay, and see, again, this devil, his kingdom is literally falling right before our eyes, and it's going to fall very soon, Lord willing. And once this devil falls and is taken out of power by our big brother, our Lord and Savior Yahushua, then the new righteous kingdom is going to come in, which is going to be ruled over by Yahushua, along with the 144,000 elect men of Israel. And in the new righteous kingdom that's soon to come, things will be put back in order. The earth will flourish, okay? Right now, the earth is in a weakened and mourning state because you got these devils ruling in wickedness. But in the new righteous kingdom that's soon to come, the earth is going to flourish because things are going to be put back in order, and the righteous are going to be in rulership. Let's get the next verse, and we'll end off there. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 4, it says, "The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable." Okay? And that one that the Lord is going to set up to profit the earth is going to be our big brother Yahushua, along with the 144,000 elect men of Israel. And in the new righteous kingdom that's soon to come, again, things will be put back in order. Okay, you won't have to worry about this devil Esau, pushing out all types of wickedness, because this devil Esau, he's going to be in chains. And after 1,000 years of hardcore bondage, this devil Esau is going to be eradicated off the face of the earth. And so that's pretty much the point. I'm going to go ahead and end off here. I hope it was edifying. Once again, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Kwam Yasharal and Abal Babal. Shalom.